Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Coach Rebecca. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm super excited about tonight because we are making a Southwestern turkey and rice casserole, you guys. It is so incredibly simple. It takes literally less than 10 minutes to make, actually. And then you throw it in the oven, 30 minutes later, you've got a delicious, healthy meal that your whole family is going to absolutely love. So I'm gonna give a couple minutes for some peeps to log in and get signed on. I have to be honest with you guys, I'm super excited to be on. If you didn't know, I was in Facebook jail. Yes, there is such a thing as Facebook jail. I posted a workout video yesterday in the morning, and it was like 30 seconds long, and Facebook is super crazy if you have music that is like a copywritten music, and if you go over 30 seconds with that music, they literally put you in Facebook jail, and you can't post videos for like 24 hours. So free at last, I can actually post videos and live feeds like this, and so I am super excited. It looks like we've got some people logging in. Hi guys, welcome. Thanks for jumping on, and I hope this inspires you guys to make something super simple and easy for your family, whether it's tonight or you add it to the menu for next week and you get all these awesome items to be able to do, because you guys, this is yet another family favorite here at the Westmas house. So while we've got people logging in, I've got, as normal, my turkey is actually ground up turkey, so 1 pound of ground turkey is actually on the stovetop right now, getting browned up and ready for us because it is a staple within this recipe. I'm just gonna go over with you the handful of items that we need for this recipe. One, you need black beans. You can make them yourself and do them overnight. I just go with the organic black beans because, as always, I'm a busy mom. I try to make healthy choices, but sometimes we go for the healthier, convenient option. I also have some sweet corn, or some corn here. It's whole kernel corn, no salt added. I've got some jalapenos here because I like things super spicy. I have some Jack's Organic Salsa. Again, you can totally make your own homemade salsa, and I've got some great recipes on my website at myditchthescalejourney.com that you can, if you want to make it from scratch on your own, you can do that. I do that all the time, but tonight I'm going with the family favorite here, Organic Jack's Cantina style salsa. We need some onions, of course. As I mentioned, we've got our turkey back there. You're gonna need some cheese. Our family opts for cheddar cheese. You could use Monterey Jack cheese for a little bit of extra spice, you guys. You're gonna need either 2 cups of cooked rice if you choose to go with a brown rice, you guys. But you know me, I don't ever do really rice here. So we are gonna make some cauliflower rice. So I've got about 2-3 cups of cauliflower here that I'm gonna be getting into the food processor in a second to make rice. And then I also am adding some additional zing with some little peppers here. So again, it's pretty simple, you guys. Black beans, corn, jalapenos, salsa, turkey, onions, peppers, and either cauliflower rice or brown rice, and that's all you need for this super simple recipe. So let me quick scooch around here for a second and get this, make sure that this is all browned up good. I'm going to turn our heat all the way down here because this is all perfect. All right, guys, so as you can see, I just showed you, I have a Ziploc bag here with onions. One of the things I get asked all the time is how to make dinners simpler and quicker to prepare. And I gotta be honest with you, meal prep on the weekends saves my life and saves me so much time all week long, you guys. And one of the things that I do all the time, and in fact I grabbed a couple of them to show you, is if I do not pre-prep a specific meal on Sunday, like a meatloaf, I might do that at the time. I'll do it Sunday, put it in the fridge, and it's ready to go for me to throw in the oven later in the week. But for recipes like this, I always have a menu in mind. So I know what things I'm cooking throughout the week. And so whenever I can on Sunday, I absolutely ahead of time do pre-cut and prep any vegetable or ingredient that might be going into that recipe. And so whether it's tacos on Tuesday or we're doing maybe like this recipe, I actually cut up my vegetables, plop them in a Ziploc bag, and they're ready for me to go, so I don't have to spend the time the night of cutting things up and chopping things up. I've got actually carrots are already really super finely chopped down because I add carrots to pretty much everything. I add celery to a lot, you guys, because these are vegetables that you can add in and that your family typically is not even gonna have a clue. So I had turkey burgers on the schedule for tomorrow night. We're gonna do turkey burgers and sweet potato fries. And so I have got my carrots, my celery already chopped up and ready to be thrown into the ground turkey to make those homemade turkey burgers, because I always add onions, celery, and carrots to those. So they're already pre-chopped up super finely. I have them in a Ziploc bag. They're in the fridge, and when I'm ready to make my recipe, I just yank those vegetables out and they're ready to go right into the recipe without me having to take the time to cut them up the night of. I am gonna, on the other hand, quickly chop up these peppers that I've got here to add in. And again, we're just gonna freshly chop up these little peppers here. And I'm actually not gonna put these down too far because I want them to be bite-sized so that you know that they're there. They're just gonna add some additional great flavor. We've got red here, we've got orange, we've got yellow peppers. So you get such a variety of flavors with the different types of peppers here. So these are just gonna get chopped down, bite-sized, but not too tiny. And they're just gonna add a little bit of beautiful color to this recipe, but also some texture and flavor to the recipe, you guys. All right, we're almost done chopping these down. And again, we're not going too finely. You guys, what I do here is the cauliflower that I'm using is gonna be, it's gonna come up with about 2 cups of rice. That's kind of the amount that you'll need. If you're using brown rice, you just want to use 2 cups of cooked brown rice. You want the rice to be already cooked before you put it into this casserole, because again, you're only going to cook the casserole for about 30 minutes so that it actually heats all the way through. Everything else is going to be already pre-cooked before you throw it all together. So, all right, we're almost done here with our peppers. Boom. We've probably got, we'll measure it here in a second, but we've probably got about, I don't know, 3/4 of a cup of peppers here. All right, that's it for our peppers. I'm gonna actually measure it out quick because if you're following the 21-day fix, we always wanna know exactly the exact portions that are going in. And as I thought, it's about 3/4 of a cup here, or it'd be equal to about 1 green container for our 21-day fixers. And you guys, I'm gonna actually take this right now because I can. We're just putting all these things together with the ground turkey. So I'm gonna throw these in with the ground turkey. Again, that's 3/4 cup of the peppers. I am now throwing in with my pre-chopped up onions, you guys. Bada bing. And this Ziploc bag was about 1 cup of onions. I'm now just tossing those bad boys in there. We're gonna start stirring that around. Those flavors are gonna start to marinate in there. You guys, I use the seasoning combination that I use. If you notice here, I also do this ahead of time, you guys. You can totally go buy McCormick's or a different type of pre-packaged seasoning mix for like a taco seasoning mix, you guys. Just make sure you're watching the sodium. I actually have the chance, again, during food prep, usually once a month, I stock myself up, and the types of seasonings that I use regularly for things like turkey burgers or meatloafs or tacos, I make little jars like this of those so that I've got them on hand, and they're, again, ready for me to just use at a moment's notice when I'm making a recipe. In this case, we are actually going to use about 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half of my taco seasoning mix. And you guys, let me know if you guys want to know what this taco seasoning mix combo is. Comment here and let me know that, and I will post this recipe on my site just so you know. It's really basically cumin, parsley, garlic, paprika, chili powder. There's some chili flakes in here, which adds a nice real big zing. There's some smoked paprika in here. So it's just a really nice, powerful blend that just gives it that nice Southwest tanginess, which I love. And again, I'm a creature of habit, but I like some spice. So again, we're going 2 tablespoons of our seasoning. We're just gonna sprinkle that over our meat right now, and our peppers and our onions while those are cooking up, you guys. So those flavors are starting to set in. I'm gonna quickly throw in my cauliflower rice because I wanna get that going. All right, so as you all know, I love my Ninja because it seriously saves my life all the time. And again, I'm just using about 2.5 cups of cauliflower. Or for our fixers, we're doing about 2 to 3 containers, green containers. All right, so that is my cauliflower for our rice combination that we use here at the Westmas house. I'm just gonna actually pulse this for a second, you guys, because I don't want this to be super fine. I just want it to be chunky. Again, the nice thing about cauliflower too, and the nice thing I love about this, it's kind of like rice, is the fact that it's going to soak up and take on all of those seasonings and flavors that are coming in from the onions, the seasoning that we just put in there, from the peppers as they're cooking. All those juices are gonna soak right into this cauliflower, and it just adds such a pop to the taste of the cauliflower. And of course, if you're using brown rice, it's gonna do that same exact thing. That rice is gonna absorb all of those juicy flavors. So again, I'm just gonna do a quick pulse of this a couple times. And as you can see, again, I don't want it super fine, you guys. It's kind of ground down, but it's not super fine. It's about the consistency of a larger piece of rice, maybe if I were to give you an example. So that's our rice, boom, done. I'm gonna now actually pull out my jalapeno poppers. You guys, I love spice, so I'm going big. I probably would tell you, I'm going with about 2 tablespoons of poppers. I'm just gonna quickly cut those down. Boom, simple as that. And in fact, I might throw a little bit of this jalapeno juice in it too. So jalapenos are now in there, and in fact, again, I'm gonna throw a little bit of, boom, dash of jalapeno juice. Smells so good, you guys. All right, I've got corn. You guys, I said you're gonna need a can of corn, about 15 ounces of corn, or if you're using fresh corn off the cob and you're chopping it off the cob so that it's fresh, you guys can do that. And that's gonna be about, I'd say about 1.5 to 2 cups of corn. So I'm just gonna, boom, throw that in there. Now that's in there. Now we're gonna toss in, again, 1 can, or about 15 ounces of black beans. My personal preference, you guys, is, as you can see, I'm straining them. I'm just gonna kind of give them a little mixeroo here for a second. Rinse them off. Again, just a personal preference. Take that. You guys, we've got yellow in there, we've got red, we've got oranges. It's looking so pretty. It's like eating the rainbow, right? But we've got our vegetables in here. We've got protein. We've got some vegetable-based carbohydrates in here from that corn. You guys, it looks so good. I'm gonna just bring it over just so you can see it for a second. You see that? How beautiful it looks? All those colors in there, the greens, the yellows, the reds, the oranges. All right, guys, now I'm just gonna take my salsa, which is really the piece that's gonna give this a little bit more liquidiness, and so it's gonna really get those juices. You could actually use about a 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes in conjunction with this, but because my family is not big on tomatoes, they don't like the big chunks of tomatoes, I'm just going with straight salsa, you guys. That's the way they like it, so that's what I do because, hey, this is a healthy recipe, so if I can do little tweaks like adding salsa instead of diced tomatoes and my family loves it, I'm making it happen for sure, you guys. So with the salsa, you're gonna use 1.5 cups of salsa, you guys. 1.5 cups of salsa. So I'm just gonna, bam, 1 cup. Another 1/2 cup. Salsa's in there. My pan is getting full, you guys. Just alone without the cauliflower, you guys, this would be amazing. But we're gonna toss in that cauliflower. Start to get that all stirred in there, you guys. You guys can tell, but look how much food is here. You guys, this is going to give you at least 8 servings. Again, at least 8 servings. And this is our cauliflower, the corn, the onions. We've got peppers in here. You guys, we've got a pound of ground turkey. We've got black beans. This is seriously so simple, easy, and healthy. And we are going to toss it now. I've got my little pan here, which you guys know I love. And not only, I probably am going to end up with more than what I'll need to go into this. So I always, it's my personal preference, right? If I can make 2 things at once, I do it. And I always have the chance. I can throw it in here. I can grab another one of these amazing pans, put my cover on it, my seal on it, and you guys, I can throw it in the freezer and pull it out next week or week after next and use it and heat it up, and boom, we've got another dinner. So I don't know about you, but I'm all about time savings, and if I can make 2 dinners in one night and have one for the future week, I'm all about making that happen. All right, guys, I'm gonna pour this in here. It's as simple as that. And again, I'm just gonna shaky, get it in here. All right, guys, boom, I got that. And now last thing I'm doing is I am chucking some cheese on top of this, you guys. I'd say go with about a 1/4 cup of cheese on the top. Again, a 1/4 cup, totally up to you if you want to use more than that. But we're just gonna sprinkle this all over our top. And again, if you want to use more cheese, absolutely feel free to do so. We just we're cheese freaks here, so we would probably put a cup of cheese, 2 cups of cheese on top of this if I let them. But that is just perfectly enough. All I am doing now is I'm gonna toss this in the oven. Oven is set for 350, you guys, and it's just gonna bake for literally less than 30 minutes. It's gonna heat all the rest of the way through. The cheese is gonna get nice and melty, and it's gonna be ready for my family to eat and enjoy. And I hope you guys make this at home and that your family enjoys it just as much as mine does. You guys, thank you so much for jumping over, checking me out again. Don't forget, because I was unable to post earlier this week, my spaghetti squash buffalo chicken casserole is coming up tomorrow. That's right, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, you guys, and that is a recipe you're not gonna wanna miss because it is amazing. Again, you guys, I hope you guys are liking these recipes. I'll post in the comments of this video feed the details on this recipe along with a link over to my website so that you can get a printable copy of the recipe for your book at home. Again, have an amazing night, you guys. Enjoy your time with your family. Hopefully you get to learn a lot about what happened during their day while enjoying some healthy food to fuel your bodies. Have a great evening, you guys, and as always, love ya!